Hi, it's Kozue. In a previous video, I shared a little hack for using Daiso's nail decals. This time, I want to share the precautions, my own mistakes, and how to fix them. This footage is from the previous video, and as you can see, it went on really cleanly. It might have been beginner's luck though. Now, here's the important part. This hack doesn't work for every decal. The Daiso decals I used this time are cut along the outline of the design. The shiny part you see is the decal itself, and the area that isn't reflecting much is the paper backing. These are decals I bought at CanDo years ago. All the designs are printed on one thin sheet, and they're not cut along the outline of each individual image. This pentagon shape is a mark from when I cut it out myself with a craft knife. According to the instructions, you are supposed to cut out the design you want with scissors. So past me was actually following the rules. But if you want to use this design, it's pretty hard to cut with scissors, and the backing paper ends up looking messy with lots of holes. I'm putting some water on the back. But since the design isn't cut off, if you try to force it off, it will tear just like this. But when I use this type of decal, I handle it like this. First, I use a craft knife to cut along the outline of the design. I let the water soak in from the back. It would be amazing if I could pick it up with a stamper, but that doesn't seem possible. Since this decal isn't that thin, it's actually pretty safe to handle with tweezers without tearing. I managed to get it onto the nail, but since the decal isn't very thin, the wrinkles really stand out. There are so many different materials used for nail decals, so I guess there are just as many different ways to work with them. Now I'm going to do nails with Daiso decals. I wiped off the moisture and oils from my natural nails with ethanol, and I used Ollie's Bonder as my base coat. I'm applying Paradu mini nail in pink number 13 on my thumb. Yep, I'm not painting the whole nail. The little finger though, I'm painting the whole nail. I'm applying CanMake number 29 on my ring finger and the index finger. I'm applying Paraju's pink on the middle finger. And on the index finger, I'm using CanMake N29. Here's what it looks like after the first coat. I let it dry for about 7 minutes. I'm using the ultra-strong magnet from Fingersuit, along with the cat eye polish Petal Glow. I'm applying it over the Paradu pink polish as a layering coat. After applying it, I leave it as is for about 20 seconds. I do the same on the pinky. And then wait another 20 seconds. On the ring finger, I'm using CanMake N29. The pink part of the nail turns into this milky pink, and it's so cute. I'm applying a cat eye polish on the middle finger and let it sit under the magnet for a moment. I'm applying CanMake N29 on the index finger. It turns into that milky pink again. I'm letting it dry for 7 minutes. Now I'm applying Ollie's second dry top coat. This top coat claims that it slightly melts the polish underneath, so everything, the base layers and the top coat, dries faster together. But honestly, between you and me, it might not actually dry that fast. I'm applying the top coat to the pinky and ring finger in order. When I did the middle finger, I added just a tiny bit of glitter. It's the one I bought at Daiso last year. I applied second dry on the index finger as well, and then let everything dry for over 3 hours. And finally, it's time for the decals. I flip it over and let the back soak with water. I feel like letting it absorb a generous amount makes the decal lift off more easily. I'm picking it up with a stamper. The first one went on beautifully, but after that, a few challenges were waiting for me. I'm adding another flower decal. Just like before, I soak the back with water and pick it up with a stamper. And then, smoosh! What? The flowers disappeared? All of them stuck to the stamper. No! I'm not sure if I can put these flowers back. Okay, the big one is back in place. But the small one, no matter how many times I tried, I just couldn't get it to stick. I really tried, but nope, it's just not happening. It's probably that the decal doesn't have enough grip to stick onto the nail, or the stamper's grip is just way too strong. I tried a little more, and the big flower came off again. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna use this air dry nail foil glue. I bought this glue from an overseas online shop. You might be able to substitute it with eyelash glue, but it's not guaranteed to be 100% safe. Success! Now I'm attaching this layered 3-petal sakura to the ring finger. Water. On the stamper. On the nail, hopefully. It got greasy, but I can fix it. The funny thing is, these decals are supposed to make nail art easier, but there's absolutely nothing easy about this. It seems like you really need to let plenty of water soak in, otherwise it just won't pick up properly. One more sakura cherry blossom. Yeah, this one didn't work. So frustrating. Foil glue. I'm putting a decal on the index finger too. A little tap of water on the back, then pick it up with the stamper. Alright, will it stick to the nail this time? Nope, it won't. And in moments like this, it's foil glue time. Yes, it worked. And after that, I added 2 more petals. Now I'm applying Wonder Nails top coat. I figured I probably don't need to keep it inside the magnet anymore, but just in case, I use a magnet anyway. From here, I let it dry for another 3 hours before applying the final top coat. I use a magnet again just in case. I even use it on the pinky. The ring finger didn't actually need the magnet, but I use it as a little stand to rest my finger on. Since the middle finger has cat eye polish on it, I apply the top coat while keeping it inside the magnet. Once I finish the index finger, today's nail set is complete. It gave me a bit of trouble, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Daiso's decals are super thin, so they don't interfere with regular polish at all, which is great. If the stamper absolutely refuses to pick it up, you can place it onto the stamper with tweezers. But since this decal is so thin, it was actually easier to lift the edge with a craft knife first and then grab it with tweezers. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!